And we got Hurricane Bane on the Footballville Crib Talk, Caneville show. Miami Central living legend.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. Ha. Well, them boys still voting in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K and stop hating, it's the model of the state. Ha. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk.
But nah, that's how he gonna be like that. He gonna be like that.
I think fully. Nah, I think fully own it. I don't think he's gonna stop.
Yeah, he always. If I say it's about the same, but I feel like crystal ball contacts a little bit more.
Because he calls you more.
Yeah, he always. If it's not a call, he got at least gonna text me good morning. At least to me and my parents. So he's been doing that probably almost every day for the past since he got up there.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
So I feel like he just coming harder, but that's probably because he just got there, so he got to get on board.
But nah, that's how he gonna be like that. He gonna be like that.
I think fully. Nah, I think fully own it. I don't think he's gonna stop.
Boy, nigga, to smile.
Unhappy ass.
I'm X, and we got Hurricane Bane on the Footballville Crib Talk, Caneville show. Miami Central living legend.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. Ha. Well, them boys still voting in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K and stop hating, it's the model of the state. Ha. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk that can get.
Caneville, Footballville, Crib Talk. Here with X. And here with Miami Central.
3.
Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. Ha. Well, them boys still voting in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K and stop hating, it's the model of the state. Ha. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk that can get.
All right, man. I'm D. Caneville, Footballville, Crib Talk. Here with X. And here with Miami Central State Champ, Ruben Bane. How many state championships you got, bro?
3. I got 3.
A legend already.
Legend. You wouldn't leave with 4?
Definitely. Wow. Working on it right now.
Listen, was any of the games rough? Like, cause it seemed like when they rearrange things, y'all get the state and some of the games be kind of.
Yeah.
Any of them was tough?
Like starting out in the season,
Uh-huh.
you always gonna like start out slow because you still getting out the kinks of the
Right.
defense and stuff, or the whole team in general.
Yeah.
So, I'd say the first 2 games, then that first Northwestern game.
Yeah.
Then
No, I'm talking about in the state championship. Once y'all got the 3 rings, were any of those games tough?
Oh nah, none of them. Nah.
Y'all about to say they was all blowouts.
Yeah.
All blowouts, man.
Yeah, they messed up. They messed up the districts, man. It's set up. It's set up wrong.
Well, I think the road to get the state was tough.
Yeah,
The road to get there was tough.
The road to get out of South Florida always.
But yeah, it's always so. Yeah.
That night at American Heritage, right? That was tough games y'all played on the way there, right?
Yeah, it was throughout the whole season probably because we were down by the most points. So
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
And then who y'all played after that?
Killian. Yeah,
Killian. Killian Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me now. Oh man, that was a lot of talking I was doing. Then give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Shout out to Kane Life with the $10. Man, I just did a lot of talking, man. I just did a lot of talking, and it was muted. We good now. We good. No, I was explaining Bitcoin, the ball, and all of that stuff. Why we created it, why we started it. Shout out to Kane Life with the $10, man. I don't know if y'all heard me say that, but we straight now. Yeah. So basically, Morning Breath Show, Bitcoin, the ball. It was created. You was going on. It was created. That's funny. It was created because I saw basically the football thing, the entertainment part we got down packed. I saw the athletes going to the pros and I realized they're not understanding money. I left corrections in 2020. And I left corrections in 2020 after 13 years to learn how to trade and invest in the football, what I was doing. And I started trading Forex, stock market, and now I kind of understand it. But then I realized that, holy crap, like these kids get this money and they'll never understand how money works because they're not being taught things. So I created IOD Squad Investor Die. I started doing the Morning Breath Show and we called it Everything from Bitcoin to Ball. That's why when we get in here, sometimes we talk about stocks. That's why with the Villains, we created a live trading platform where we actually live traded yesterday. And basically, you can get in and watch us trade. You can get in and you can actually watch us trade, watch us make trades. And if you want to follow, you follow. We're not your financial advisors. But basically, you can watch us make trades, watch how we do things, get an understanding of the market, and watching how it happens live. We've been doing that for about a week and a half, and we're going to go live with everybody maybe next week. The link should be in the description. But this was us yesterday. Shout out to Kane Life with the $3, man. I mean, the $10. Shout out to the $10, man. I appreciate it every time. This was us yesterday, and this is one of the trades we got in yesterday. Let's see. And this was live. Let's see. Right. Yeah, boy, because I was absent that day in class, boy. I was like, to buy. Tell me he just casually top at McDonald's and come back and get it. I mean, doing that with Top Step. Trading is actually like the chart set. Trading is actually a lot of waiting, a lot of sitting and waiting. So listen, I'm finna try to get in here. Let's get in on the market. We're gonna get in on the market, which I don't like doing that with Top Step. In the to y'all, but we're gonna get in on the market.
Order filled.
Okay. We just got in the trade. Right there. I just got in the trade right there. Let's get out of that. Hold on. And that fast we got into the trade, we up $220, if you can see right there. So listen, this is just beta. This is just us out here because we're teaching them how to trade. We're teaching them about the buttons. So this is the beta version of it. You know what I'm saying? We're just out here with a few of the villains in there getting the king side, right? And that was $600 we made. Right? Now here's the second trade. See up there in the green, right there at the top, $666, right? And then the second trade we had, second trade took a little longer. Put the market buy at. I'm gonna put the market. I'll push it up to 64.13. Let's see if it take that. See if we can scalp a little bit here. So it's at 24.613.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward.
Let's do two. We'll do two.
Order filled.
Okay, now it just filled. We're feeling something. We're wagering too much. So
Came back down a little bit. And now it's up at 130.
Rio, you go ahead. So one of the contracts.
Now it's up 116.
You good?
Go back a little bit so y'all can see how it
I
ended.
put our stop loss up to the entry. Now we can't lose on the contract. We up $126. It's going to one. Look like it's going to 149. Now the type of shit I usually do is move to take profit and then get greedy and then see how far it could go. But we're not doing that type of stuff with y'all, right? That's not what we do with y'all.
So that's another $149 going to hit the take profit right there. So y'all get the gist of it.
Order filled.
So there you go.
Y'all get the gist of it. That's us live trading for the Villans. If you want to get involved, 786-405-9499. The link should be in the description. Basically, you watch us make trades, and you could follow if you want to. We're not your financial advisors. Yo, that's our IOD squad commercial. I'm gonna pull my villains in here. They in here already talking. Watch this. They're already in here. We're gonna sneak in. We're gonna listen to them. We're gonna sneak in and listen to them. See what they're in here talking about.
Compared to what they did at any other place, it ain't too many coaches that come in that we think is gonna automatically get the benefit of the doubt. Shit, if anything, Gaddis taught us that. So it don't matter what you won the year before. Because Gaddis won the fucking Bronze Award the year before. He came to Miami and shit the bed. So, we want to see what happens once these guys get into our system. Well, Mario's system, actually, because Mario's system not for everybody, not for every coach.
All right, so listen. Hey, yo, Villans, y'all can hear me? Give me a mic. Okay, mic check. I gotta designate some mic check guys in here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know y'all the mic check guys. Like we got moderators, and we got what I'm saying. We got bakers and everything in here. I gotta designate some mic check guys. So listen, we live. We're gonna keep it clean as in verbiage. Let's try to keep the cursing down. I don't even know if I care about the cursing, but we got a new coach. We invite you, you know what I'm saying? We introduced him to Miami. We're gonna say how we feel. We're gonna talk about it. I know you guys kind of some like it, some question it. But we're gonna get in here and discuss it because that's what we do. I think that's what y'all was just talking about, right, Fred?
We're talking about the DB coach.
We're talking about the DB.
Yeah, we were talking about both.
Okay, y'all were talking about the DB coach.
Yeah, we're talking about all
Let me see. What was y'all talking about? What y'all say about the DB coach? What about him?
We basically were just saying like we don't want to make it like we applaud when we hire South Florida guys compared to guys from other schools. So we don't want to make it as if it's a South Florida thing where we all root for them and we down to other coaches from other places because, well, from my point of view, I've said it's all about when these guys come and get into Mario's system because I don't believe Mario's system is for everyone. Like Mel is applauding the new hire we have for the tight ends coach, which I think he's going to be a good coach here. But, my point of view, just have some caution with everything because we've seen coaches win awards the year before and come into Mario's system and not succeed. So I think the coach we just got, he just won. I think they said the Joe Moore Award for the O lineman at Army. But I was just saying, I want to see the work that he put in while he's at Miami, because we saw Gaddis come in fresh off the Bros Award and didn't do anything for us that year that he took over the offense. So, we just we in wait and see mode with a lot of things right now when it pertains to Miami.
Wait, so you're talking about when they get a DB coach? Did I miss something? I was asleep.
Nah, the rumors about Patrick Surtain's father being a DB coach and stuff like that. So, it was like certain guys are champion if he become a DB coach compared to if we hire a guy, let's say from a FCS school or lower tier FBS school that we don't really know, but he does know how to develop guys. So, it's just a wait and see approach with whoever we do bring in.
But could we compare? Well, Pat Surtain is Pat Surtain, right? I don't know if that's a Miami thing. Like, we know his resume. I don't know if that's classified as a homer thing, right?
Well, Street, I would actually question his resume while he was at Florida State. Like, in my humble opinion, I just don't think anything he did at Florida State was just so great that it's just a home run hire for Miami. That's just me personally.
Right. I think Pat Surtain did some great things in high school, right? Like he had a record.
I'm speaking college.
He had no, because a lot of these college coaches get their jobs from what they did in high school, right? Like Gus Malzahn. Gus Malzahn whole his history, his success was in high school, and he became a damn OC, right? Now Pat Surtain, then he has his son, right? Who's probably arguably the best cornerback in the league. Is he still? The cornerback thing changes every week. Top three? Anybody agree?
He up that street. Like,
top five? I was going to say, I know he up there somewhere now. So Miller, I think that resume part. I don't think he was at Florida State long enough. Now, when I talk about these coaches, I talk about them from personally how I know them as people and who I know him to be. Right. So I think he's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a great guy. I think he's an even keel guy. And I saw him. I mean, I saw him at American Heritage and the work he put in. But Mel, you're saying that Florida State DBs kind of like didn't.
They didn't do nothing. Like for me, when I'm evaluating it, I don't care what you did in high school because it don't matter. And I don't care who your offspring is because your offspring ain't playing for us. I'm only looking at what you did while you were in college. And to me, that secondary didn't look. I mean, it was just okay. He didn't necessarily take any player to another level.
Have you actually did some actually looked and see if they were decent or not? Or we just know they suck. I've watched every game from Florida State the last 2 years. Every single game.
And in my opinion, him as a DB coach, like, he didn't do anything that was just extraordinary. Like, man, he's a rising up and comer. And this, like, I would also say, who else is looking at hiring him? He got let go from Florida State. I ain't heard no other school trying to get him.
I could ask him.
Like, if he was that exceptional, that great, I would think you would hear other schools trying to break down the door to get him. Now, it could be going on behind the scenes, but a lot of this stuff gets leaked out. I ain't heard one program associated with his name. And to me, that says a lot. Now, that's just my own opinion. I'm not trying to convince nobody otherwise. I'm not coming off of my opinion on that. Applauding for his son, great. But that ain't helping no college what his son did in the league.
I think it should help the kids though, right? He developed his son.
I mean, it didn't help. It didn't help them kids he was coaching at Florida State. They had a 5-star Charles Lester that still ain't got on the field. He brought him in. He ain't get on the field. So how's that helping the kids at Florida State?
Hey, Mel, I'm with you, but I'm with you, but you got to understand, nobody got developed at Florida State. So I don't know if I can blame that on him.
Right. Let me
So
add some
okay, so,
emphasis to that. Mel, hold on, Mel, right quick. Let me add some emphasis to that. Okay, so Florida State program the last, let's say, 3 years really have been in shambles, kind of, sort of. But prior to us, it was either, I believe it was either this year or last year. And prior to us playing Florida State supposedly had the #1 secondary in college at the time. So leading up to that game where we played Florida State, they had like the most interceptions and they had like the least air yards given to teams. So it's all about perception of when you have these conversations. Because when they played, I believe it was last year though. I believe up until when we played them, they was the #1 secondary in college at that time.
They were rated pretty good. I didn't remember that. Remember what they did to Restrepo, and we heard Restrepo went in the locker room and cried. They were pretty good. I forgot about that.
okay, who else trying to hire him then? Any other programs trying to hire him?
We would have to look for that information. I guess we can look and see, or I can dig and do what I do. So listen.
The coach that's doing, they got that kind of track record. It was seen, so South Florida ties. It was seen every college in America would be trying to hire her team, but
Hey,
last I checked, he's still unemployed right now.
I don't think he would go everywhere. He don't have to. I don't think he would.
Look at it from another perspective, right? What do Mario value more than anything?
Recruiting.
He probably was the greatest recruiter on Florida State staff.
Yeah,
I would disagree. Florida State, I would disagree only because when Florida State is bad, they still get DBs. For whatever reason, I can't explain it. If you look at the history of the program, they always get good DBs. I don't know if it was because of him.
He was going to get quarterbacks and receivers. They was sending him to close a lot of deals, though.
He was getting everybody.
He wasn't just going to get.
Yeah. Again, I ain't trying to convince nobody. That's just how I feel. And I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I don't think he's a bad coach. I just wouldn't say that he's, man, we got to get this dude at all cost. That's just my own personal opinion.
All right, so Miami hired yesterday Coach Mike Viti. Let's see. I think we tough looking guy. I think we get his picture up here. From the Army. He was the Army. Was he I don't think he was a tight ends coach, was he? He was a former Army player. I think he was a former running back. You need a picture up here, man. I'm proud of my thumbnail this morning, man. I created a cool thumbnail. I think that's cool, though. I think that's fine. Shout out to Kane Life with the $10, man. Can never say that enough. Tough guy. Mike Viti was hired by the Hurricanes, played fullback and running back at the United States Military Academy 2004, 2007, earned 4 varsity letters, was the team captain, military background, graduated from West Point. That's where all the military people go. U.S. Army officer, platoon leader in Afghanistan during Operation Enduring Freedom. Oh, boy. Earned a Bronze Star Combat Action Badge, retired from the military as a captain. Y'all see what's going on here? He also did well charity work called Mike's House Heroes, 40,000 miles across the coaching career. 10 years on the staff at the Army. Director of High School Alumni Relations, assistant coach working with running backs coach 2017, offensive line coach, associate head coach in 2025. Army produced one of the best running attacks in the country. His offensive line won the John Moore Award in 2024. He got hired as our tight end coach, right? One of my smart videos. What's going on here? What's going on here? I see discipline. I see tough guy. We're at war right now. I see probably a no nonsense guy. Probably, you know what I'm saying, type of dude. You think drink gasoline or something? But I didn't hear nothing. See anything about tight ends in there? What's going on here? Come on, one of my smart villains, help me out. No, I got some smart villains in here, dog.
I think he's going to be a jack of all trades. I think he's going to help with the run game or coordination, something involved with that. I also think he's going to, having that history of running back, he's going to help a young, up and coming.
You don't sound that clear, Rashad. Get on your good Bluetooth, Rashad. You don't sound that clear. But you were saying you think he kind of came to help with the run game.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I think he's going to help every coach in that room. I think he's got some qualities that are different than the other guys because of his military background. And I think, I hope it spills over into the other rooms with the coaches.
I think you get the most out of Elijah Lofton than you have this year.
Say it again. One more time, Rashad.
I was saying I think you get the most out of Elijah Lofton this year than you ever have.
You think we get the most out of Elijah Lofton than we ever have? Well, I would love for you to expound on that.
You may not be able to say it clearly, but I think having experience with running backs and then coming in if you're a tight end coach, he's proven he can coach a little bit and say he's proven he can lead. But I think particularly Elijah Lofton, we don't have a true tight end that has experience yet out there right now. So using Lofton kind of in that H-back, tight end, running back role, I think he gets the most out of using a guy like that this year.
So you think because his running back experience, you think he's going to help Lofton kind of develop? The Army runs the ball. Period. This guy looks like he's only been at the Army. He's only did Army things. I would guess that his parents were Army brats or military. You know what I'm saying? We're military people. They run the ball, but they don't run the ball like us, right? Could we get something from him in the run game that help us? Because it don't seem like we're talking about tight ends per se. Like we've had our conversations in the membership about the tight end position and producing and stuff. Are we looking to take something from him? They got a new telephone icon.
I think precision, execution.
You say execution?
Yeah, precision and execution. I think you don't have guys missing assignments. You don't have a bombing missing block. You don't have that.
Oh, you're saying like discipline, precision, execution. So you're saying like this is the direct bombing mixing the block. Detailed. What they say in the military. More detailed oriented. Type situation going on here.
And you got a lot of turnover at offensive line, so you're breaking in a lot of new guys. So I think, with his experience, he helps with that too, Yeah.
You're breaking in a lot of new guys.
See,
Rashad, you're not clear, Rashad. Put your Bluetooth, your good Bluetooth in. Go ahead, Bird.
Nah, Street, I was just gonna say, cause like Rashad just said, I've been hearing a few villains say that, like in reference to the bombing thing, and it's like, okay, well, are y'all telling me that he's gonna help out on special teams? Because that's the block that Ballman blew. Right. Like, so y'all telling me he gonna help on special teams? I mean, I'm like you with this. I'm really just trying to see how it's gonna equate to the tight end position. Like, I get it, Joe Moore, winner, all that offensive line. That's great. That's cool. But what is he going to bring to that tight end room? I mean, I hear the toughness and discipline. Does that amount to production?
I guess it's the basis of it. It's the foundation of anything, being disciplined, right? Being tough. If If your son was recruited as a tight end and he's coming in the University of Miami right now, would you be happy with the hire?
I wouldn't know how to feel, honestly, Street, because I don't know much about him. You feel what I'm saying? I can't say that I would be high, but I can't also say that I would be low neither, because there's no proof of, you know what I'm saying, him doing anything at that position just yet. So,
right.
You know, I guess.
Anybody else?
I would be excited just because of his track record, as far as teaching and leading men in the military, and then obviously what he did at Army as a coach. Again, I said earlier, like, we can't name 3 tight end coaches that have not come from Miami in college football. Can't nobody name 3 tight end coaches.
That's a challenge. Can anybody name 3 tight end coaches came from Miami?
That have not come from Miami.
Have not come from Miami?
Correct. And we getting worked up because the dude hasn't had tight end on his resume. As a, you know, it's like if you know how to lead young men and you can teach concepts, man, it don't matter what position you coach. Freaking Heatherman coached quarterbacks. That's how he started. He was one of the best D coordinators in college football right now. It's about teaching.
I can name you 2 right off the top of my head that didn't go to Miami. You ever heard of Freddie Kitchens?
I've heard of Freddie Kitchens.
Yeah, he's a tight ends coach. Also a guy out of Texas named Jeff Banks. Those are just 2 reputables that came to my head right off the bat when you said it.
Come on now, you know Bird the Encyclopedia, man.
Okay, tip my cat, but I can tell you it ain't 4 dudes that can do that. Hell, it ain't 3.
So that's all I be saying, Melvin. Like, and I'm with you. You know what I mean? Buddy could turn out to be great for us. But like when I just said of Freddie Kitchens, now like imagine a Freddie Kitchens being here. Now would you definitely feel more comfortable with your kid coming here? Why? Because that's an NFL mind. We know him. He's coached. He's been a head coach. You feel what I'm saying? He's coached multiple positions. You feel what I'm saying? So like, yeah, something like that would put me more at ease because we know who that is. That's it. That's really all it is when it come down to this dude. We just don't know him.
For me, it's more about, can you lead young men? Can you get people to follow you? And can you teach? Those are the things that I look at. Because there's plenty of coaches that got a lot of years under their belt at whatever respective position they coach. They can't relate to the kids. The guys don't want to follow them, and they can't teach. So if you can teach and you can lead men, young men, and get them to follow you, you got a leg up to me. It's teaching. That's all it is. It's teaching concepts.
Can you see the YouTube, Mel? You can't see the YouTube, huh? Somebody made a comment about you. Can you see the YouTube? They said, "Why is that guy Melvin so angry?"
I'm not angry. I'm just passionate, man.
You know who made a comment about you?
About anything I talk about.
You know
that I believe in. I'm definitely not angry.
You know who made it?
Who?
Chris. The guy name is Chris Young. Right there. He right there in the Discord with you, dog. I don't know how he in both places, but he is.
Hey, and OG, understand. I understand, like, those of y'all that are, you know, in favor of this. I understand the optimism. I mean, especially looking at the guy that just left. We didn't know who Woodell was, and look at him today. He's a OC at Ole Miss. So I get the optimism.
I think we just went and took the Army's. He's probably the guy on the staff that everybody respects, right? Can't tell him shit. He done been to war. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. He's probably the guy on the staff that the glue that made everything stick. Right. I don't think Cristobal went per se football here. I think he went somewhere else here that's probably needed on the staff.
It sounds like he addressed. It sounds like he's really addressing something that is within the confines of the organization, which is discipline. We talk about false starts, especially on the O line. I think kids are going to come to Miami as tight ends because we are still tight end U. We just had was Arroyo, what, a second round draft pick. I mean, kids gonna keep coming here because we are a tight end U right now, so that's not a problem. He seems to be a teacher and a technician, and I think that's just kind of what it's. I think even when it comes to like running routes and stuff like that, or coming off breaks, and he can work well with the OC and just really become more of a technician and probably, somewhat an assistant to the O line as well. So I think he's just more so addressing the culture. I'm not too hung up on who he is or where he's not from and all that. I think kids with the tight end position gonna keep coming. So I think we're gonna be straight.
You think it don't matter?
No, I think it's gonna be all right. I mean, I want to always go back to recruiting, but where we are as a program, like we're aiming to have the number one class in 2027 right now. We're in it with a lot of top 100 kids, top 5 kids at every position, number one O-line. We're in it even with the number one quarterback. Whether we get him or not, that doesn't matter, but we're in the eyes of everybody else. So I think Mario understands like the recruiting stuff is going to take care of itself. But now we need to continue we need to get this program more. I think he saw some also with Indiana University. Those kids were technicians. They weren't 2 and 3 star kids. They were just 2 and 3 star kids that were highly fundamentally sound, very disciplined, low as it related to penalties and all that stuff, which is what has been our Achilles heel for the last 2 to 3 years. And if you add that element to your program, that's what's going to take us over the edge. You couple the discipline and structure, and I bet you he's going to bring some of those Army concepts like bonding and how did you get them to bond and stuff like that to make the program gel even better. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hey, Street.
What's up? Somebody said something? What just happened?
Well, I was going to say
Delay.
something. Somebody else was going. Okay. This the type of hire for Mario that as soon as he read the resume, Mario just started crying. Right? Mario he started getting jacked up and jumping around the room because like this is that hire for him. I have questions on it as a tight ends coach, because I think he would have been a great offensive line coach. I like the fact that he's going to be able to teach blocking, but man, I'm a tight end guy putting them in routes and stuff. But everything else, leadership, all of that stuff, man, this is like the perfect hire if you're a football coach. Everything but route running for me.
C Street, and I was kind of gonna say something similar to what DeLacy's saying. Like, to be fair, I'm not really judging this dude like based upon Lofton looking better or a Gilbert looking better or even a Mueller looking better. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's never dealt with that position like DeLacy's saying. So I can't really expect this man to come in and now all of a sudden Elijah Lofton or Gilbert, they just catching shit and routing shit up and expect that from him. But a fair assessment, I think that I am going to judge him on is the development of a Cole McConaughey. You feel what I'm saying? That's a guy who's switched positions. So if he's able of being a tight end and including inline blocking and stuff like that, and if he's able to get on the field, then I think that it's a job well done on his end. You feel what I'm saying? Just like with Dawson, it's baby steps to everything. So, you know, he's in his infant stages in this tight end thing. So I think that's the fair way that I'm going to be able to really judge this guy. I can't really judge him upon Lofton and them other cats.
Anybody else?
Hey, Street, we got the Captain America of the football world. All stars and spangly.
What? Stars in Spain, but we had a conversation about the tight end position at Miami the other day when I was on the walk, man, and we kind of talked about these things about the tight ends underachieving. What was our expectations of them? And I told y'all how I feel. Like I told y'all how I felt about the tight end position and where I see it going in the future. And I think this is aligned with what I was saying. We have 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard running back. It's only one ball on the field. I mean, that's what we talked about. There's only one ball on the field. Now, does he add something to our O-line? Like, does he help Mirabal out with something? Is there something that the Army do that we need to do better?
Good cop, bad cop.
Good cop, bad cop. What you mean?
Most of the people out in the Army, they chew people out and they're real tough asses. That's not Mirabal, man. I don't know if y'all know that or not. He's a likable guy. They like Mirabal. Great teacher. But I think it's a structure move. I don't think it's for the kids. For me, this is not for the kids. This is for the coaching staff. Like Sean said, we always going to be talented. We're all talented, but even in position is a problem. I don't think again, not trying to run money bust.
You in
really know this.
You in the portal a little bit.
You know,
You in the portal a little bit. Move around, sir.
That's better?
Yeah, sound like it.
I just think it's a staff move, not personnel move. It's to bring some structure to that side of the ball. We've been saying it for a while. Feel like it's two offenses. You know, Dawson's doing this. We need him to do this. He probably can see it better. Army did a lot of motions and attacking with their best players. So maybe he brings to the offense as well. It's a staff move for me, not a kid move or a personnel move. You need structure on that side of the ball.
Yeah, you okay with that?
Fellas? Can I chime?
One second. Stir, you okay with that? You good with that?
I mean, I would have liked someone else, but I agree with Mel in some sense. Like, you can put anybody at that position, right? And as long as you can get guys behind you, and, you know, I wanted an offensive mind. So that's just me. I think Dawson needs help for it sticking.
Right.
Yeah. Attacking, he doesn't do that well. They attack in Army. They have no choice. And there was in some good games. I don't know if people know that there was in some good games.
The Army has been good the last couple of years. They've been a decent team. Go ahead, Smooth.
Exactly.
Yeah. I agree with Mel, but in the same sense, like again, like you can put anybody in that position because an inline tight end coach doesn't teach routes, right? Like it's only a few routes you're gonna run, right? The inline tight end coach is really basically blocking, simple little drag route stuff like that. Releases and all that, they send them to the wide receiver coach, right? They get all that work with the wide receivers. Yeah, he may be a part of it. I think this hire is Cristobal adding to his coach's tree, right? This guy has I don't know his background, but it seems like he's been at Army for the longest. So yeah, obviously he comes with a bit of a structural trait, a strong, dominant structural trait. So I think that adds to what's already built. I think the structural trait foundation in Miami is there now. So I think that just adds to it. But I also think of it for the long run as Mario adding a piece to his tree. That way he has a bigger tree because his tree ain't that big, So, but as far as like again, him teaching, I'm pretty sure he's very detail oriented. I think that comes with it. I don't know his military background, anything like that, but just being in that environment, you kind of adapt to certain traits, and you kind of inherit certain abilities. So I
Hey,
think
Smooth.
I think it's a culturally good hire. Again, Mario was coaching tight ends at Alabama. So, that speaks for itself.
Hey, Smooth. Can I ask you something real quick though?
Yeah.
So when we go, our little 4-out sets or whatnot, and that tight end is out there, getting ready for that tunnel and bubble. Who's teaching him that technique?
Oh, he's with the receivers. He with Bird. He with Beard. He's with Beard. I'm pretty sure he'll be over there helping, but at the end of the day, that you flexed out as a receiver, as an outside receiver, those route concepts and releases are a little bit more wide receiver based. That's why when you look at certain formations, I'm talking football entirely. You want a route running tight end. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like even though we had a blocking tight end out there, but he never really ran routes. He just ran a 9 route. Just run up the field, bro.
Right. See,
You know
and
what I
I
mean?
wasn't
So
even talking about from the route running perspective. I'm just strictly talking because we love screens. I'm just
right.
strictly talking about from that perspective right there. You said KB do it, so okay.
Yeah.
Well, like running back screens, Bird.
Right.
Man, I got Villans and got bit by this trading bug, man. I got Villans texting me street, the market running street. And the market is running this morning. It's one of the mornings where you take all the money. No, bro. I think Mario made it to the national championship. He doubling down on his philosophy. What do you think? That's what I believe. I believe he did it his way. In the end, I think he softened up a little bit. You can see that the kids start having a little more fun, but I think he kind of did it his way. And I think he's doubling down on what he believed. What does this say for our tight end position going forward, though? Like, our tight ends, have we accepted what our tight ends are going to be? We had a second rounder in Arroyo, and I think he did pretty decent here. Maybe could have did more. I think we always feel like we can get more from that position. But does this tell us anything about our tight end position going forward? Smooth? Any of my offensive guys?
I ain't Smooth, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Man,
I think the offense is going to be what the offense is. It doesn't revolve around the tight ends. Blockers.
Simple way of putting it, huh?
We need you to block them. Yeah, we ain't got to lie about it. But maybe they can be better blockers.
see, like I hear all that, but it's like, bruh, what are we doing? Why are we cutting fingers off when we ain't got to? Like somebody said earlier, like we tight end you and y'all telling me we finna go away from using something that we know can be a mismatch in our offense for what? That's my only question. Like, why? Why would you cut a finger off and you don't need to?
And that's a whole nother conversation, though, right? That's more of a scheme, right? But if we're asking like about the coach and what he brings and what we can see on game day, I think it's the structure. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to be where they need to be. Whatever routes they run, they gonna run them. That's kind of what we can expect. I mean, we talked about this, bro. Tight end's been open, man, since Arroyo. But the offense it isn't built to, include them. They're what the last option.
So look, Stir. When we hire our cornerback coach from Air Force, y'all gonna be good with that too?
I'm not saying I'm good with anything. I'm saying what we can expect. I wanted Ken Dorsey as a tight end coach. Me and Josh already talked about this. Get Dawson some help now. Maybe
he got help.
Maybe you find another
the running back coach.
What about the running backs coach?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go on mute.
Didn't you say he was gonna be the future OC?
Nah, that's what people were saying, but I don't see it on his resume. Maybe future, maybe future. Like your child is going to be a future NFL player. Maybe future. I don't know.
I mean, again, you can bring in anybody at that position, right? So why not? I understand you got to give coaches a shot, and that's fine. These are two fairly new guys, but I think some experience at those positions would have been amazing. They're going to come in learning, not teaching. They can teach the kids, but they coming in learning.
What do you mean by learning?
Just the Miami, the day-to-day, how we run things, the system. It's not a lot of familiarity there.
Wouldn't that be though? Any coach that's hired, any coach or employee that goes to a new job have those same things.
Yes and no, Melvin. It's also the level. It's also the level of competition. Like we cannot deny that Miami don't play the same schedule that an Army play. Like let's not get it confused. They are a G6 school. They are a G6 school. Like he still got to move up. He still got to move up, Melvin. It's a different level, big dog.
But he not playing. What his responsibility is to teach and lead men. He ain't getting on the field. So he could be, if you know how to teach and lead men, this is some of the things we talk about Heatherman. Oh, he's only been a DC 1 year. Oh, he coached at JMU.
Heatherman still coached Power 4 football.
One at a time, bro.
No, he didn't. He wasn't at Power 4 for only one season. I'm just talking about teaching and leading men. It doesn't matter what level you do that on. When you know how to gather men and you can lead them and they rally around you, and then you know how to teach concepts. That translates from G6 to P4 to any division. We're making this harder and what it has to be. Now, does he have to get adjusted, to your point, Stir, to stop living in South Florida? I said that earlier before we got on the live. Florida living is not for everybody. And I don't know if he's married. I don't know if he's got kids, but that is an adjustment. But like going to a new staff and learning the system, everybody has to do that.
I mean, you could have went and got a Dawson disciple, right? Somebody who was on their staff, got fired, is at home, or the nearest high school in Texas. Go get him. Go get somebody who's familiar with how you attack. So it's not such a, like we said with Beck, right? It wasn't a good fit. It was a good hire, and Beck was great, but it wasn't a good fit. You get what I'm saying? I thought we were aimed more of that way than a structure guy. I'll say it like that.
I just don't know how important that is for a tight end coach. Like, I mean, realistically, what are tight ends doing? 70% of the time, they're blocking. They're blocking, and so get a guy who is an expert in blocking, right? Like that alone, I feel like it makes sense. The expectations from the tight end, I mean, I think we need to just reevaluate what we think tight end should be doing in general, and like in terms of production. I mean, I feel like if we have a guy at the tight end position, the expectation should be like, if we have a guy, they get 500 to 650 yards. And like, that's normal. Like the number one tight end who's about to get drafted right now just ran 4.3. He's an absolute freak. He had less yards than Arroyo. So like, when we don't have a guy, the tight ends may not produce. But if we have a guy, 500 to 600 yards is like basically what they do in terms of that position most of the time, unless you're Penn State and you don't use wide receivers.
Hey, Stur just mad that we ain't running 22 dive no more. It's gonna be off tight end now. That power off tight end.
You think it's gonna be off tight end?
Hey, Street tight end finna be pulling in everything.
Think so? You think that's gonna be his impact?
Last night we got a third tackle.
We got a what?
I said we got a third tackle now.
Explain.
That tight end is gonna be a tackle now. we gonna have what, four O-line coaches? Oh, don't each one of them get an assistant?
Oh man.
That's exactly my point, Lacey. Yeah. Maybe not how you said it, but yeah. It's not gonna be any attacking there. Outside of go nail him to the cross touch. It don't matter, just go.
You said it's not gonna be what in there?
Again, I just think that group, it is what it is. And to KC3 point, like it's only one ball, right? So I get some of it, but that position has been underwhelming since, man. Who have we said like actually lived up to their full potential at that position since Mario been here?
I would say Arroyo did, man. I just feel like, but I just feel like people just for some reason think that Arroyo should have had 1,000 yards receiving, right? And like, no tight ends really do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking for 1,000, but I need you to be an option. I don't even think they're the last option, I think, in our offense right now.
I just think we want Mario to be something that he's not. This is a Mario hire.
This is a Mario hire for sure, 100%. I just thought we was gonna get a Dawson hire on this one. Is what I'm saying.
Hey, sir.
That nigga need some help, man.
Hey, sir.
Yep.
All I'm saying, dog, is we kind of like some of us in here. We gotta quit saying we tight end you for that exact reason you just said. Like we can't say we tight end you and then say, well, the tight ends ain't even a part of the offense. Like that. That don't make no sense. So we gotta just stop saying that. We not tight end you if the tight ends ain't even a part of the offense.
That just seems like that just seems like an overreaction, man. Like we just had a tight end go second round. What are we talking about? We had 1 year. We had 1 year where tight ends were not that good.
It just didn't live up to the
Nah,
potential.
KC3 the year before Arroyo, I don't think people was too happy with Waddell neither, big dog. Like,
but that's the thing. Like Woodell, I think when you compare this hire to Woodell, he's clearly, in my opinion, this is a much better hire than Woodell. Like not even close.
I ain't gonna say that, dog, because Waddell is now an OC, so I can't say that, big dog.
But Woodell had zero experience when he got the job, you know? So it was like Woodell, when he got the job, he was like basically an analyst, Mario disciple, offensive line coach who had never proven anything.
Hey, yo, Street, I guarantee if Buddy jump on Mario back, Mario gonna be like, I appreciate it.
Chill out, man.
Where that came from, dog?
Mario gonna love that, boy. Come on, Brady, come on.
Get behind me, brother.
Hey, there was this interview I watched. There was this interview I watched, and they were talking about Jim Harbaugh, and they were talking about how he was a weird dude, right? But they said like 5 to 7 years into his tenure in Michigan, like the first 5 to 7 years, he was just an asshole all the time to everyone, players, coaches, everyone, right? And then he basically came in the office one day and was like, I'm going to be the one giving high fives. I'm going to be the nice guy. I'm going to be the one having fun. The coaches, it's your turn to be assholes. And ironically, that's when they started winning. I'm not saying that's what Mario's doing, but I can say a hire like this, man, like this dude, we talk about how he's going to fit in Miami. I mean, is a military man, and he's all about structure, structure, discipline, process. And so someone who's structured, discipline, process, that very much is like what Mario is. Maybe a guy like this can help Mario. Like we talk about helping Dawson. Maybe he can help Mario in terms of being that kind of person. Well, Mario can be the guy having fun with the guys and being excitable and getting people going in a positive way.
If that's the case, KC3, I'm here for it. Sign me up.
I'm just spinning shit, you know what I mean, sir?
You pushing it. I'm gonna let you live though.
Y'all think he's a future head coach?
Who the
Wait, go ahead, Street.
Talking about the tight end guy they just got?
Yeah, cause they were saying that he was the associate head coach at the last spot.
Is he a future head coach? I think he was entrenched in their program so deep, DeLacy, that he earned that with them.
I asked a question earlier before we got started with the stream, and a lot of people wasn't in here. With the two offensive hires, do y'all think our offense got better?
So Lacey, you know how I feel, dog. It's players, man. Like it's players, dog. Like these coaches are coming in, and the running back coach specifically. I mean, I feel like anybody could coach that room this year. It's more going to be about Like in terms of the actual coaching, for him, it's going to be about how can he manage all those personalities because there's so many guys in that room. Can he be someone that can find a way? We don't know how all these dudes stayed. Can he be the coach to keep them happy? That's going to be a hard ass job because the tight ends is completely different. We actually do need them to learn how to block and develop and catch pet and find a way to find space and pass the game and make plays. But the passing game, I feel like with Mensa, having him at quarterback, I mean, the tight ends, I'm not worried about them in terms of like the receiving game. And because we have so many wide receivers, but he does need to teach them how to block.
See, the way I look at it, right? I don't say it's just players, right? You do need good players, but I think you need a good coaching staff to lead the good players, right? And I ain't even talking about at time coaching. I'm talking about keep them on a straight and narrow, keep them not wanting to get in the portal and leave. Like the the last 2 years of tight ends, we have brought in 4 really good tight ends and 1 left. So the talent is there. I think development is very important.
You said development. What you said? Say it again.
That's exactly what he said. Why you got to call him out like that?
I can't help. My bad, Lacey. You right.
I already told y'all it was 7 people on my bus. I ain't afraid of my past.
Who was on your bus, dog?
7 of us. And we didn't get no lunchtime. We had to eat in the classroom.
Hey man, it's crazy to me to hear y'all sit here and say that the mismatch that's on the field, y'all are fine with him just being a blocker. Like y'all do realize the tight end is supposed to be a mismatch, right?
Yes, bro.
He's supposed to be used to your advantage, and y'all are just saying, fuck it, just make him another blocker.
I'm not saying fuck it. I'm just saying like I don't know.
That ain't what you said. You said 80% of the time.
Exactly.
No, they are blocking. I mean, at minimum, like look at Luka Gilbert, right? Luka Gilbert, bro. Like, why is he not playing? Like, at minimum, he should be a hell of a blocker. He's 6'7", 260, 270 pounds. Like, if we can get Buddy to block, he can figure out the pass and stuff. Like, and be a mismatch. But he can be a mismatch as a blocker and a receiver, right? That's the hardest part about tight end is they got to do both.
CKC3, you say that, and what I have to use against you, dog, is let's just look at recent results. We've had 2 tight ends come in that was on the opposite spectrum. We had a Will Mallory who couldn't block for shit, and we had a Cam McCormick who could block his ass off. One of them in the pros, the other one ain't. So, I mean, I hear y'all with all this blocking shit, but we all know Mallory was not no good blocker.
Hey,
That
Street,
ain't
go
what got him
get
to the
KB.
pros.
Go get KB because Bird disrespecting his boy now.
Nah, Bird, I feel you, Bird, but I think it's a personnel problem more than anything last year. I mean, I think the room was just bad. I think with Lofton being hurt and then us basically having just Bauman, I feel like it was just a bad room. And like it goes to players like we got to recruit better. We got to bring in better talent in that tight end room and develop it. Like, are the young guys, we say that we've recruited good tight ends over the last few years. Like, is Izzy Briggs actually a tight end? Like, because he looks smaller than Milan Paris, right? Like, Gavin Mueller might be. He got the size, he got the speed. If he is, he should immediately be at the front of the line because I'm going to just say something somewhat disrespectful. I just don't think that room is good. So, like, anyone coming in that is halfway decent should immediately jump to the front of the line. Jackson Carver, like, what are we going to get out of him? Is he ever going to play?
I'm going to disagree with you, Chris. I mean, not Chris, KC, only because of this. That room was empty before Mario got there. Everybody fled, right? We brung in, he he's been recruiting that room at a high level, even including I forget your boy name, Lofton, but they just need to be developed.
Evaluations haven't been good, man. I mean, if you just look at like the recruiting rankings, sure. I mean, Riley Williams was a good pickup. Riley Williams ain't done nothing in college at Miami or anywhere else he been. Am I
Right, he's
lying?
not in the room no more though. I'm talking about what's in the room now. It just, bro. Lofton was a sophomore this year, bro. A true sophomore. Come on, bro. Like, don't y'all think that's a bit much action for a young player to be what we think he should be as a true sophomore?
No. Not at all.
But DeLacy, he was also someone who like was hyped up all offseason, talking about how much of a mismatch he is and how great he is and all this stuff. And we saw none of it. And like, I know he was hurt, so you give him a little bit of a pass, right? Maybe he can bounce back this year and show the world what he did. But to
You
this
know, we
point,
ain't seen none of it, Casey, because he was blocking.
nah, it's because he just wasn't good.
No,
Like,
I
I
don't think
mean,
that. I don't agree with that, Casey, man. I mean, we often criticize or compare the players to what like they should be, but they're not getting the opportunity to do some of the things that we believe they can do. Like, they didn't go at Lofton. They didn't make him, not even, I won't even say a priority, but they didn't make him a part of the game plan in order to say he hasn't lived up to it. Exactly,
Like,
because he been blocking.
yeah, you have to get
yeah,
a
I feel the
target.
opposite.
You gotta stop doing that, man.
I feel the opposite, Rod. I felt like at times they were forcing the ball to Lofton, trying to get him involved, trying their best to find a way to unlock something in that man. Especially towards the middle end of the season, they were like, it was like, please, man, please do something.
I didn't see that, but I did see them do that with 87. I didn't see it with Lofton, but I seen it with 87.
Now, Rod, I will say this because I did say it during the season too. Them tight ends as a whole, they really dropped the ball on a lot of opportunities early in the season, and they took advantage of them late in the season because they had like 3 or 4 straight games towards the end of the season where they scored a touchdown. They just was dropping them early in the season. So, I mean, man, yeah, some of it is the personnel, like you saying. Like, we just didn't have a good room last year.
So you just think that we like talent in the room, Bird?
No, I wouldn't say that it's a lack of talent, but the talent that was in the room just wasn't good last year, whether it be injury or whatever it may have been. They just weren't good. I mean, we saw it. Games were shit. Beck getting the ball to Lofton and he catch it and he trying to get to the end zone and dive 5 yards out, but he only go about a yard. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have that same explosion. Same thing with Ballman early in the season. You go out, you wide open in the flat, and you look in the block. The ball come right to you with nobody in front of you, but you blocking. Like, little stupid shit like that, man. They just didn't take advantage of opportunities. So yeah, like last year, it was just the room. I ain't gonna say it's the talent per se, because they got talent, but they just didn't. I don't know. I don't know what it was last year. Not to mention them boys start alligator arm and shit across that middle because, you know, them hospital balls, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Shout out to Dunn, man. Dunn the villain. Dunn going that in the comment section. Not Green Bacon.
Hey, we on live?
We live, dog. We live.
Oh shit. I mean, oh snap.
This man said we live and then throw a Northwestern F-bomb out there. He said, boy, y'all bulls, man. I swear.
That was not an F-bomb. you Vikings is clueless, man.
What it was an S-bomb? What was it?
Yeah, I said the S word.
But I corrected myself, Doc. You gotta give me some credit for that, man.
Hey, I got a serious question. Is Lofton a mismatch?
Supposedly, we gotta see it though.
So let me explain, right? Did y'all see them linebackers at the combine and how they tested and how big and fast they all were?
Yeah, you don't play.
But
You don't play guys
where we
every
playing against them? Where we
So
don't play them guys every week, KC.
I know, but like I'm saying, like in the games that did matter, right? Like Pittsburgh, for example, right?
Mhm.
Like those Pittsburgh linebackers tested off the charts,
Did
right?
they?
Kyle Lewis was 6'1", 230, ran a 4.5. Like, is that a mismatch when we got Lofton, who's 6'1", 6'2",
Same size,
235?
same
They're
size, and
like the
probably
same
same
size.
speed.
Same size,
Huh?
same speed, right? And then you look at Ohio State, and it's like Lofton ain't no mismatch compared to Sony Styles. Like he's smaller than him, he's not as fast as him. Like I'm trying to understand, like in this,
So
because I
KC,
think Lofton, I'm trying to understand, like how do we use him? Because like he's too little, in my opinion. Like it's like we're trying to force like this like Delaney Walker type role on him, but like he's not big. And like the competition at the highest level in the playoffs got linebackers that are just as big and fast as him. So it's like, what do we do with this man?
so KC3, I know you ain't trying to tell me good old Parkinson shaking Mark Rick ain't a better goddamn play caller than Shannon Dawson. Is that what you telling me? Because he found a way to incorporate Brevin Jordan, and we all thought Brevin Jordan was that guy.
Brevin is bigger than Lofton. And Brevin was always productive, right? Like always. And he also had Will Mallory the whole time too. And when we had Brevin, we ran a lot of two tight end sets with Will and Brevin. And Will was 6'5", 4'5", 4'6". So the combination of those two gave people problems, as opposed to just like Lofton and Bauman.
Okay, so yeah, you answered my question. So yeah, Mark Rick was a better play caller than Shannon Dawson, even
No,
with
it's
the
a different.
Parkinson.
It's a different system, man. Like we talked about this with Josh. It's completely different in terms of the system that Mark Rick was running and the goals of that system versus what Dawson is doing.
I hear you. All I know is there's proof of concept. That's all I'm basically getting at. I mean, the whole reason for them getting Lofton, I mean, if y'all remember, that's who they were comparing him to, and that's who they said they was gonna use him like. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Just from a proof of concept standpoint, we know Dawson is a shotgun guy, but we see him changing up the philosophy a lot because he's starting to run out of pistol too. So
So do y'all think Lawton is just he is what he's gonna be? There's no more developing can happen there.
No, I don't think that. I don't think he is what he is. I just don't know what. I don't know how to best use him in the offense. Like I think it's like because here's the reality of our offense. Our tight ends don't play in the slot very much. Like we do it occasionally, but like that slot position is reserved for Malachi Tony like most of the time. And so if we're not splitting Lofton out and he's playing online most of the time, like is that the best place for him? Or is he like a fullback? And he should, if we're running a pistol, maybe he should be in the backfield and like be a guy that we can like run play action to, get the ball in the flats, let him run after run after the catch type shit, rather than like trying to force him to be a tight end. Like that's a traditional tight end.
But when you see him in the game, he's never really a traditional tight end. Like they flex him out, they have him in the backfield going in motion. They do a lot with him. It's just that he's been hurt and he hasn't been in the game that much.
I think what he did in high school was really impressive. I don't think he was ever big or fast, maybe strong. Um, he obliterated like in Central, and he obliterated Chaminade, 4 or 5 touchdowns versus Chaminade, and came back and kind of duplicated the same thing versus Central a year later. We haven't seen him look like a mismatch yet. In practice, he's at running back and he's everywhere. He's all over the field, and then it doesn't translate to the game. It could have something to do with injuries. It could have something to do with not being healthy. I think you see what happened when we got a completely healthy Mark Fletcher. I'm rooting for the young man. I mean, I think I know there's talent there. Miami has to just figure out how to get it out of him. This is what, 3rd year?
Maybe Captain America can figure it out.
Captain America. Man, I done heard about 4 different names on here. You got Captain America on the squad now.
Coach Cap.
Captain America.
Hey, Street, even with the running back stuff now too, because that was like some of the questions like, oh, well, Lofton can play running back. We got so many running backs. Are we really going to take carries from those guys to give them the
He can't walk through them gates anymore. It's loaded in there. No, he can't walk through them gates anymore. Has he looked impressive at any point in time? Has he looked impressive? Can y'all name a play where he looked impressive to you? It's been 2 years. Can anybody remember one?
Nah, his freshman year, he had a few impressive plays.
One time.
Yeah, that was his freshman year. He had a few impressive plays. I mean, Street, I wouldn't say impressive this year, but just what he did at the end of the year this year. Like I said, the Virginia Tech, the big game. Like, the hitting down the seams, being right there available on the corner routes and finally hitting. Like, that's what we need out of him, man. And that right there is the mismatch with him. Like, yes, man, safeties don't expect this motherfucker to be able to run routes, and he can. That's why you seen him that open on those touchdowns. And even earlier in the year when he missed those opportunities, he's still wide the fuck open or has an opportunity to get to a touchdown or get the touchdown. He just wasn't healthy.
Is it possible we've been sold a bill of goods on him being this exceptional player and he's just a good college player, just average, has made a couple of nice plays? Is that possible?
That's possible, OG Mel, but I would also say, I mean, I think he is a mismatch depending on how you want to use him and usage wise. Like the same thing that we do with Mally. Like Mally's a mismatch. No, he's not the most physically imposing guy. He's not 6'6", that type of mismatch. But he can do so much shit with the football in his hands, so you got to utilize him in all those different ways. Yeah, we're going to pass to him. We're going to hand it off to him. Shit, we're going to let him throw it. Lofton is that same way. You just got to get him
I guess
the
what I'm
ball.
saying is it possible that maybe he's not that same way is what I'm asking.
I think we got to give him year 3 to find that out. Because we were saying some of the same things about Mark Fletcher, and we found out in year 3. I think like y'all put so much on young players, man. They gotta you gotta get them to year 3.
That's a good take, DeLacy. Even though, I mean, a lot of times they don't make it to year 3 because of the portal, because of early leaving, and you know what I'm saying? But that's a good take. That is a good take. Sometimes
I think that's comparable.
You think what?
I don't think it's comparable. Honestly,
Oh.
I mean, like, yeah, Mark, we're not looking for him to line up and run routes, and you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we talking about mismatches right now. Like,
I was talking
don't
about
think
more or less development.
Yeah, nah.
And I was
I
talking
mean,
about what you good at, right? Like you just said about Mally. We saw all those things in high school, and then they translated to college because they let him do it. We saw what Lofton was in high school, and we said, you know what? He's going to be a great blocker. It just sounds stupid to me.
Thank you, sir. In layman's terms, there you go.
So, sir, you're saying they're not letting him be who he can be?
Yeah, play to his strengths.
I don't think you can use Malachi in any of these conversations. That dude is a one-off, maybe a two-off.
I mean, well, we ain't got to just use Malachi. I mean, shit, we can go back 2 years ago if you want to go back down that harsh road before Cam. What happened that last year before Cam got here? We used a mismatch. His name was Brashard Smith. You remember Clemson, right? Okay.
Hey, I guess the
I'm talking
question,
about
Bird.
as a freshman, doing it as a freshman.
We not talking about what class specifically or none of that, DeLacy. We just talking about utilizing people at what they're good at. If you're a mismatch, be used as a mismatch. It don't matter if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, 7-year. If you're a mismatch, be used as a mismatch.
So I got a question for y'all. Like, if we're talking about priorities and players that we have to get the ball to, let's go down the list. This will be a fun exercise. At what point do we get to Lofton when we think about the guys on the offense we need to get the ball to? Where does he stand? Is fifth on the list? Sixth on the list?
What's the list?
First, third, fourth?
What's the list, KC?
KC.
Give me the list. I want to hear the list,
KC.
Bird. I want to hear the list. What's the list? Mally?
Yeah.
Mark?
Mally, right?
Mark? Then where we going from there?
Yeah, Mally and Mark got to be 1 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then do we go Barcade?
He seemed to be a surefire thing. He's done it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get now we're at 3 already, right? So once we get to 4, this is where things start to get real funny because, hey, a lot of people love the young wide receivers. We got more running backs. So where do we go from here? Is Lofton next?
I feel you. That's the same thing I said a couple of weeks ago, right? When I was walking.
I don't feel it because y'all just looking at it from a name. I'm at that point as a play caller and as an offensive mind. If I got all of those other things cooking, yeah, why would I not use my tight ends right now? Nobody's expecting them. And see, that be the little shit right there why drives be fucking stalling out because of shit like that right there.
So you got Lofton fourth, just for the record.
Why not? AKC3. How many games do you remember this year where it's first quarter and motherfuckers is in the chat screaming, damn, tight end running right down the seam, wide ass open. It's first fucking quarter.
Yeah, dog. I don't know if I'm going Lofton next. Like,
You
my
said
mind.
tight end room in general, but okay.
Well, Bird,
That's
explain
the
it
issue
again,
that
Bird.
Bird.
Explain it. He just asked the question. Explain
That
it.
well, that's the issue that Bird's been saying all week. We have a play caller, but not an offensive coordinator. So if you see the mismatch on the field, you take care of the mismatch.
Wait.
Care if you have a mismatch on the field, you go with that mismatch. That's what you should do as an offensive coordinator. If I know I have a definitive mismatch, can be a freaking lineman on a tight end, and I know that tight end can beat the lineman 10 times out of 10. Why you don't go to the tight end? Just using that as an example. If you go with the mismatch, it's not about who gets the ball first. But if I see Mally's being doubled or they doing whatever to take him out to play, you should go to the next man who's open. That's what makes you don't want to have a predictable offense.
Now the reason I asked the question is like you got to get your playmakers the ball, right? And like y'all talk about mismatches, so I'm just asking, like, so we're saying that Lofton is the fourth biggest mismatch on our offense over
No, what I'm saying,
Pringle.
is
Pringle on a
what I'm
linebacker. Like,
saying.
what do we want? We can put if it's linebacker on tight end or linebacker on running back, we can put Pringle on a
You go,
linebacker.
So let's be
yeah, but
so
what?
let's
So
so let's be
hold
so
on,
let's
hold
be
on.
real when we had this conversation. I got it real quick, old school. Let's be real when we had this conversation. Let's use context. Okay, we talk about in the flow of the game. You just named all those top 4 guys, which is normally in the flow of our offense, how that actually goes during the game. You're gonna open it up. Chances are you're gonna see Mark get the first touch or that second touch, or Mally being number 1 or number 2. That's correct. So you're right on that. So in the flow of how that's going, now that I done gave you some context, in the flow of how that's going, by that second drive, when teams have now started to adjust because of what you just did on the first drive, and like I said, it's still the first quarter, and Dawson calls this play action play, and the fucking tight end is running right down the seam wide open, or whoever running right down the seam wide open, but yet he forces it to the outside to Malachi, or we do a handoff inside draw to Pringle, and it goes nowhere. Like you get what I'm saying now? Yes. Why not take advantage of that? Why not take advantage of this dude running scot-free when the defense done adjusted to what you just showed them on the first drive? You didn't show him tight end at first initially, so why would they be playing him? They're going to adjust to what the first few things that you thrown out there and shown them. So yes, bruh.
I don't know how
Option number
often Lofton was just running
5, option
wide
number
open
4,
down
yeah.
the field, though. Because here's the thing, like we got a banned word. I'm not going to use it, right? But like if Lofton is running wide open down the field, right? There was another player that was supposedly running wide open down the field too, right? And so like what I'm saying is we have so many guys
Right.
that need to get the ball. Right, like, and that can make plays. Because then, if you ask somebody, they're gonna tell you Josh Moore is a bigger mismatch than anybody on our offense. And when we hear practice reports, they're gonna be like, we need to get this guy the ball. So it's like there's so many guys where we're saying at best, Lofton is the fourth best option, right? At best, and that I don't even necessarily agree with, right? But I'm gonna let y'all have it, right? But even with that, it's like, okay, there's only so many people that can get involved. And like, where does the tight end fall on that? Because Mally is a mismatch all the time. And now if Barcade is in the game, it's like, okay, well, this guy just went for 1,100 yards. So what if he's also open all the time? And then you got Mark Fletcher. And then you got Pringle. Then you got Jordan Lyle. You got all these guys, and then you got the Wingos and Josh Moore and all these players where it's like tight end just might be. There's a chance that Lofton is like number 7, 8 on that list.
Look,
That's all I'm
KC3,
saying.
I'm fine. I'm fine by all this. It's just 6 months from now, and we 5-0. I don't want to be having dumb arguments about why this player ain't getting involved, or why we ain't seeing this, or why we. I don't want to hear none of that. Let's just be happy with the season then.
Well, I think that's gonna happen, Bird. I mean, that's just football talk. That's going to happen. Especially when stuff's not working. Now, if stuff is working, that's a little different. Can y'all hear me from back here? You can hear me from back here, Bird?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Yeah, I mean, throughout the season, I mean, go ahead. Got a damn pocket right here. Let's see if I will put something in that motherfucker. I mean, Lofton had a serious injury last year. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the update on him yet or anything, but that was a serious injury he had at the end of the thing, like a collapsed lung at the end of the season. That was a tough hit he took. He took a couple tough hits last year, right? And then I think we got some young tight ends coming in. I don't know. That ball is gonna have to get spread around. And I told you, I question where the tight end. I'm with KC. I question where the tight end fits in and on all that. Let alone the creativity of the offense and what the offense actually is doing. We know where it starts at. Maybe that's why the hire was. Maybe that sums up why the hire was what it was, DeLacy. Because where does
I'm finna say you questioning Mario telling you.
Oh. What'd you say? What'd you say? Say it again.
You questioning where the fit is, but Mario telling you.
What he telling? What he telling us?
He say blocking that day. We're gonna be running that. We're gonna be pulling tight ends.
Oh man.
And soon as I saw that he was a assistant head coach, offensive line coach, like, yep, I know where this is going. Tight ends ain't gonna get no pass, no catch.
Old school.
If I'm a tight end, why would I even come to UM if I seen the production over the last 2 years? Man, I'm not a block, but that ain't my primary goal.
Thing is, you can't say that, man, because you come here because last year we had a tight end go in the second round. Even with all this conversation about how we don't utilize the tight ends, we just had one go in the second round.
Was that Mario tight end? Did Mario pick that tight end?
Oh no, Royal was already here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, you have to look at everything at not just that one snapshot. You just have to see the projection of the next couple of years coming. You know, what is this guy's as far as we always say, coaching, who has he put in the league, who has he coached? What has he done for the players that he's coached there at Army? All that stuff has to be taken into consideration. This the person that I want to entrust my next 3 to 4 years with, knowing that he hasn't provided any decent NFL people that go into the NFL as far as tight end.
And to be fair, like,
but
You breaking up, old school.
You don't have to show me. You don't have to show me.
and Rio, like, think about people were saying the same thing about Kevin Beard. And then you got Malachi Tony, right? We all know he's going to the NFL, regardless of who else what other wide receivers don't. When you recruit like they do, we don't know. Like, it's never that simple. Like, it's never like, oh, they're not gonna be able to get an elite tight end to come here. Nah,
but
they might.
But KB, he played and he coached as far as wide receiver. So you have a guy who was a running back and as assistant head coach and an offensive line coach.
Switch gears before we get out of here, man. Mario Cristobal named Time Magazine top 100 most influential people in sports. Oh, it's in sports. Okay. I'm not sure what number they had him at. Did y'all see this?
I've seen it, and I want to know, what does that mean?
What does it mean? He's one of the top 100 powerful names. He has influence. Basically, one of the top 100 names in sports. You know what I'm saying? Time Magazine comes out with this, I think, once a year. I thought it was
probably
No,
I was gonna say straight. It's probably if they do it the way they do the 100 most influential people, it sounds like this is their version of sports. They take a lot of things into consideration. Actually, a good friend of mine was actually one of the Time 100 most influential people one year, and was on the cover. So I think it's probably Mario's story of coming back and taking a once storied program, being an alumni, and then coming back and taking a once storied program kind of back to the top is probably what got him that, you know. So it's gonna take a little more than winning to get that.
Is this? Let me do some. Is this real? Cause we're not a Nike school. Let's see.
Hey, Street, do that answer your question about your boy this summer?
No.
Does that answer your question to why your boy acting the way he is this summer?
I have to do some more research in it because I don't know is this even real? Because they definitely messed it up with the Nike logo.
I questioned the validity too, Street, when I saw it, and then when I Googled it, I didn't see anything about it. So you know, you might want to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, it's because the Nike logo totally throws it off. They may be talking about Mario Cristobal. I see it's more of them out here, but nah, I don't think it. I don't think that Mario cousin might be behind that one. Yeah, Mario cousin might be behind that one. I don't know about that. Let's see. Well, fellas, man, we finna get ready to get up out of here, bro. I'm gonna jump on and live trade in there with a few of the guys. If you want to get involved with that, 786-405-9499. I'm gonna put y'all in the back. Villans, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna put y'all in the background. If you don't know who those people are, you're just looking at that's the Villans. They're just the members. They're the Villans. We don't go rob 7-Elevens or nothing like that. I mean, Villan short for Ville, Caneville, Footballville. So we call them the Villans. It was short for Ville, VILL. Apostrophe N is how we started it. They're just the members, man. We sit in there and have conversations like that like every day. So if you're a Hurricane fan and you want to have some adult conversations without people calling you out your name and stuff like that, tap into that. The link should be in the description. Let me check the description. The link should be in the description. Or just text me 786-405-9499. We'll get you locked in. Let's see. Like I said, I'm about to go in here and live trade for a little bit with our live trading group. Let's see what's in the description. See if they got us. No. I'm going to change that right now. So listen, man, that's the Morning Breath Show, man. If you're watching, hit the like button and share. Like, I mean, that's the simple stuff. Should have said that to you a few more times throughout the program, but that's the simple stuff. That's the free stuff. Hit the like button, share. We appreciate that, man. I'm D, and I'm out.